In a quiet village between soft green hills lived a young man named Thomas. He was strong, but he could not keep peace inside his heart. If someone spoke harshly, Thomas answered harshly. If someone pushed past him on the path, Thomas pushed back harder. If someone insulted him at the market, Thomas carried that insult for days. People called him an angry man, but in truth, he was only tired. Tired of the heavy feeling that sat behind his ribs every morning. Tired of the stones he could not see, but always felt. Every time someone hurt him with words or actions, Thomas imagined it as a stone. Without noticing, he picked up that stone. He put it into a cloth bag he carried on his back. The bag grew heavier each week, each month, each year. Soon Thomas walked with a bent back and a gloomy face. He no longer stopped to notice the pink of cherry blossoms in spring. He no longer sat on the stone wall to enjoy the warmth of the morning sun. He no longer laughed at the children chasing fireflies at dusk, or stopped to drink cold well water on hot afternoons. Every step pulled at his shoulders. Every breath felt tight between his ribs. His world felt dark, even on the brightest summer days. No one knew the weight he carried. Only Thomas felt the stones digging into his back, one pressing against another, every single day. One cold, foggy morning, Thomas decided to leave his village for a while. "I need fresh air," he said to no one. "I need to clear my clouded mind." He tied up his boots and began climbing the narrow mountain path behind the village. The road was quiet. Pale blue sky stretched above the treetops. Birds rested on thin oak branches, chirping soft songs. A small, cool wind moved through the tall grass that lined the path. But the bag on Thomas's back was so heavy that every step sent a dull ache up his spine. After an hour of climbing, he noticed another traveler coming up the path. It was a thin old merchant, carrying a small bundle of spices and cloth tied to a simple rope over his shoulder. The merchant's steps were light, as if he carried nothing at all. He walked with a soft smile, humming an old folk tune under his breath. When the old man reached Thomas, he stopped, bowed politely, and said, "My young friend, you look very weary. Your load seems far heavier than your strength can hold." Thomas sighed, shifting the bag higher on his sore back. "Yes, I am tired. I carry many stones." The merchant looked at the bulging cloth bag and raised his grey eyebrows. "Stones? What kind of stones do you carry up this mountain?" Thomas untied the bag's drawstring and opened it a little. Inside were stones of many shapes and colors. Large, rough grey ones, small, sharp black ones, smooth, pale pebbles, and jagged chunks of granite, he said quietly. "These are the stones people threw at me. They're insults, they're lies, they're harsh words that cut deep. I pick them up and I keep them. I cannot throw them away. They belong to me now." The old merchant smiled, touched the heavy bag on Thomas's back with one gentle hand, and said, "Leave each stone where it falls. Let it return to the earth. Let your heart grow light again." Thomas's eyes grew wet with warm tears. His hands shook as he slowly untied and opened the mouth of his heavy bag. The merchant nodded gently, giving him silent permission. One by one, Thomas began to take stones out of the bag. He placed some gently on the soft ground beside the path. He let others roll away down the grassy hill, bouncing faster and faster until they disappeared from sight. With every stone he released, a small, tight pressure left his chest. His breath softened and came deeper than it had in years. His shoulders rose a little, uncurling from the hunched position he had carried for so long. The world seemed sharper, clearer, brighter than it had in a decade. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Thomas practiced leaving stones behind each time someone tried to hurt him. When a villager spoke roughly to him, Thomas stayed quiet, breathed deep, and let their stone fall right where it landed. When someone spread a small lie about him, he asked himself, "Do I really want to carry this?" Most of the time, he said no. His steps became lighter. His mind became clearer. His heart grew warm again, the heavy knot slowly unraveling. He noticed the bright green leaves after rain. He stopped to watch the small river babble over smooth stones at the mountain's foot. Now, Let me share the simple daily practice I promised. Tonight, before you sleep, sit quietly on the edge of your bed for just 1 minute. Place your hand flat on your chest, over your heart. Think of one small moment from today that still feels heavy. A rude word from a coworker, a small shame you can't shake, a disappointment that nags at you. Imagine it clearly, as a small, cold stone in your open hand. Then whisper softly to yourself, "This stone is not mine. I release it." Take one slow, deep breath in and let it out slow. Imagine placing that stone gently on the ground, right there in your mind. Let it stay there. Let it belong to yesterday, not to you. Do this every single night. It will lighten your heart, one stone at a time. We cannot choose what others do to us, but we can always choose what we carry with us. Peace begins the very moment you decide not to pick up the stone.